guys, Rob here with McDojoLife. In the video you just got done watching of what appears to be two men with inner ear issues fighting over a chair you only find in a child's daycare center was posted by a martial arts facility called Global Systema. I find the name Global Systema a little odd, especially considering that according to their website, they're only really located around France. That's not really global now, is it? But I digress. Global Systema was founded by a guy named Jean-Marie Frey-Kahn, which is really ironic considering that the last three letters of his name literally spell out the word con. You just can't make this stuff up, people. Also, according to their website, the Systema that they teach is direct lineage under the OG Systema fraud himself, Mikhail Ryabko. For those of you who are not new to the page, you know exactly who this man is, but for those of you who might not be familiar with who he is, here's just a little clip of him just working extra hard in the seated position. And just for giggles, as an extra bonus clip, you guys are in for a treat. Here's a video of him holding a guy down literally with his mind.
Not able to get up at all, no points, pressure points have been pushed or anything, and Mikhail just laid him down. And until he allows Bob to get up, he won't be able to get up. His limbs are so relaxed, he can't use them. Try to raise your legs. As if he's paralyzed. Yeah.
Just get up. Yeah. You can.
What's stopping you? Like a weight? Is this your body not responding?
There's no energy. Your body has nothing to make
His muscles are not able to contract. Mikhail has switched off parts of his muscles, the ones that allow him to get up, and those muscles are not able to activate.
You couldn't move at all?
You can move your feet somewhat, but the main part of your body you can't.
You're welcome for those. Let's continue. If you're like me and found either one of those martial arts demonstrations to be quite ridiculous, which to be fair, you probably did, then you'll be happy to know that the Jean-Marie apple didn't fall far from the Mikhail tree. You see, Jean-Marie also can demonstrate some deadly chair sitting himself. Observe. So far in this breakdown, you've observed Jean-Marie using chairs two different ways. One, to use a toddler's chair to make his attacker fall down miraculously somehow, and you've also seen him knocking down people effortlessly from the seated position. But that's not the only way they use chairs. There's another martial arts class that I saw him teach in which he had his students literally playing protect the chairs. If the attacker is somehow just trying to steal your chair and in no way, shape, or form really wants to harm you, they just want to harm the chair. From videos I've observed, chairs aren't the only thing you'll be using in their classes. You see, they also seem to be doing scenario training. Take this scenario, for example. You get invited to an orgy, and after a night of debauchery that has left you confused about your life and probably your sexuality, the entire orgy has now fallen asleep on top of you. Well, If you've ever been caught in that scenario, or may possibly in the future be caught in that scenario, apparently they have the solution. Speaking of orgies, classes themselves seem to have a weird BDSM vibe to them. Activities could range from being massaged to being stepped on, but also they could involve you stepping on spikes for some reason and beaten with a replica of what resembles to be a horse dog. I know, it's called the Kozak whip, but you get the resemblance. One thing that's always astonished me about watching Systema videos is just how easily the assailants or the attackers or ukes just fall over. Try to hit the instructor with a stick, you fail, you fall over. The instructor pushes you ever so gingerly, and apparently because they're using Systema magic force powers, gravity is amplified 10 times and you gotta fall over. And hell, sometimes they will fall over literally without being touched. Check it out. Up to this point, I've shown you some pretty strange stuff from this martial arts school, but one thing that seems to be universal about System instructors is they have this drill where students will walk towards them as if to be attacked in the most unrealistic way humanly possible, and the students basically just have to take the punches, and of course, in Systema fashion, fall over. But wait, there's more. Have you ever been in the situation where a knife-wielding assailant is walking towards you very slowly and cautiously as to not cause you any harm, and they attack you in a way that would physically do absolutely no damage to you whatsoever, and so you have to defend against that? Well, here's the solution apparently. To be fair, I don't know if all Systema is a big, steaming, hot pile of dog poo. I don't know that for sure. What I do know is there are a lot of Systema instructors out there who are showing nonsensical drills and creating bad habits like the one that I've showed you in this video. From what I've observed through watching Jean-Marie and Global Systema videos is that it's a little bit more interpretive dance than it is martial art. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was just a bunch of interpretive dance videos rather than self-defense. See what I'm saying? Time to give this guy some Dillmans. Lineage matters in martial arts, and when I see martial arts instructors who come from lineages, like something like a Mikhail or a George Dillman, I automatically am putting them at some sort of a deficit in my mind, which probably isn't fair, but I do it anyway because lineage does matter, and this guy's direct lineage is from some obese man who believes he can knock people down with his mind, or did before he passed away. With that said, it doesn't seem like he's at least pretending to have magical abilities, but he is teaching a bunch of nonsense, and there's really no reason for his students to be falling all over the floor. Now, I haven't seen him pretend to have any magical abilities like some of the other students in Mikhail's lineage, but I have seen him teach a bunch of nonsense, and for that, you get 3 out of 5 Dillmans. This brings us to the question today, brought to you by Perfect Sport. Perfect Sport is one of our sponsors here, and I appreciate the hell out of you because you allow me to continue to do what I do. So thank you, Perfect Sport, for being on board. Now, if anyone out there is looking for creatine, you're looking for protein, you're looking for any kind of supplements, they make a delicious protein bar, which I eat like every morning with my breakfast now. I think this place is great. You can get 15% off on their website with any purchase. It's legit 15 to get 15% off. The question of the day actually has nothing to do with the story today. The question of the day has everything to do with what I've been up to the last several months and what I have going on for the rest of the year. Now, I just moved from Florida all the way to LA. When I moved out here with a purpose. I'm out here filming my documentary finally after 5 years of hard work and hearing a bunch of people say no. We finally got a bunch of people to say yes. This is where the question of the day comes in. Are you excited about the film finally getting done? Because absolutely, no matter what, 100% it will be done this year. That is it, period. And the second part of that question is, what would you like to see in the film? We're still filming right now. We could set up all kinds of experiments. What would you guys like to see? I look forward to reading your comments in the comment sections and having an open dialogue with everybody. It's good to be back on the grind. It's good to be back making content. Thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, memberships, and all that other crap. Keep the martial arts legit.